Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is Thaddeus from GoingNerdy.com. Today, if you have been paying attention, you have received a new letter from the people at EA and Galaxy of Heroes. Tomorrow, Star Wars Rogue One, or Rogue One, a Star Wars story, will be available for Blu-ray and DVD. It's been available for digital download for the last week or so. To celebrate the release, they're giving away a free 2-star Bohdi Rook character in the store. You can go there now and claim it. You probably already have. Today we kind of want to talk about what this character means and what the update from the forum may indicate. Bodie didn't just come by himself. He is a 2-star character, which, you know, not terrible, but he's free. You don't even have to activate him. You don't have to pay to activate him. He's already active. But he came with 500 crystals, which is very nice, an Omega shard, some purple shards, some fleet coins, and some credits, which is always a plus. We didn't get a credit heist last week, or at least my crew didn't get a credit heist. Maybe you guys did. I didn't. I was looking forward to a couple of million because I needed the cash. So, a little extra credits goes a long way. So let's go ahead and look at Bodhi's character. He does start off with 2 stars at level 1 like all other characters. He has 4 basic attacks, or 4 attacks. Not one of them is a leader ability, which is kind of nice. His basic attack, called Targets, deals physical damage to target enemies and inflicts evasion down for 2 turns. This is incredibly nice for characters who have a high evasion, who just have to dodge quite a bit. So his second attack, with a cooldown of 4 turns, or with a 4-turn cooldown, is Spotter. It inflicts target enemy with evasion down for 2 turns, which can't be evaded. That is pretty sweet. That means it lowers the target's chance to evade, which means you're going to hit more often. Target other ally gains offense up and potency up for 2 turns and is called to assist. If target ally is a rebel, Bodhi gains 30% turn meter. This seems like it's going to be a pretty sweet ability in something like the raids, or when you're facing an Imperial team. Intercept Communications, his third ability, also has a 4-turn cooldown. Remove 10% turn meter from all enemies, doubled on Empire enemies, which can't be evaded. All allies gain 10% turn meter, doubled on rebels. So, potentially against an Empire team, you have a chance to remove 20% turn meter on all enemies, and you get 20% turn meter for all of your rebel teams. That is pretty awesome. It's kind of like the Tebow effect, but better. And then his final ability is called Double Duty. While Bodhi is active, rebel allies with the offense up also gain 50% defense. At the end of each turn, Bodhi grants offense up for 2 turns to a random ally who doesn't have it. Now that's just pretty sweet. Now, Bodhi is a light side character, he is a rebel, he is a support, and he is going to probably be a beast when it comes to a Jyn Erso lead. So keep an eye out for that. One of the other things that we wanted to look at is in the forums. This is a screenshot from the actual forum. You'll find a similar thing in your newsletter, but what's interesting about this little section here, with the Phoenix Squadron ahead, it is time to rise together. An Imperial threat rises. Now, I've watched a few YouTube videos and I've read a few Reddit posts that have talked about what this could mean. We have just finished watching the Rebels Season 3 finale. We have seen a pretty major battle take place, and that was the Battle of Adelon, or the battle at Chopper Base, where the Phoenix Squadron headed against Thrawn. Now, for those of you who don't know Thrawn, he is the blue dude who is pretty intense. He is one of the characters that Star Wars, or that was brought back from the original canon. He was definitely a fan favorite, and many fans have loved Thrawn and his stories over the years. In my mind, what we're going to see is we're going to see a Thrawn event, much like the Yoda event or the Palpatine event. Now, you will use your Phoenix Squad characters that you have, that we've been given all of, except for Sabine, who is coming out this Thursday. And you will fight in 8 rounds against Thrawn and his minions. Now, the reason I think it's Thrawn and not anything else is the Phoenix Squadron was directly involved in 2 major battles. The Battle of Adelon over Chopper Base, which took place in the season finale of Star Wars Rebels 3, or Season 3, and the Battle of Scarif. Part of the reason why I do think that this is a Thrawn event is Del Rey Books is launching next week a new Star Wars book. It's new in the canon. It is called Thrawn. Go figure. It is going to cover his backstory, how he rose to Grand Admiral in the Empire. What better way to promote a different property than releasing it in a mobile game like this? It just makes sense. Enough people know who Thrawn is from the old canon, and enough people know who he is from the new canon. So it just makes sense that it's going to be Thrawn. Now, I do remember seeing something a couple of months back that did talk about once we got the Phoenix Squadron, we would see the Ghost and the Phantom, which is the Ghost's like sub-ship, in action. So it would be pretty sweet to get the Ghost and the Phantom as playable ships. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. We don't have an ETA as to when these updates are going to come out. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out within the next week or two. Star Wars Celebration in Orlando is sometime in April. I believe it's the next week. I think there's going to be a lot of news, a lot of information that we're going to receive from Star Wars Celebration that is going to coincide with this game and with just the universe at large. Those are just my thoughts. Leave a comment, share this if you like the video, subscribe to our channel for better content. The more people subscribe, the more motivated I will be to create stuff. Now, with that in mind, this has been Thaddeus from GoingNerdy.com. As always, stay nerdy, my friends.